Yo, what is up? Welcome back to another video. My name is the Spooky Sensei, and tonight I will be doing 10 things I've always wondered about the movie Talk to Me. So the plot of Talk to Me is pretty much our main character Mia, her friend Jade, and her brother Riley decide to do this like party thing where the friends are playing this game constantly, where they have this embalmed hand that connects them with the spirit world and allows whoever is connected with the hand to get possessed. And they do this over and over and over again. So that's like the general plot of the film. Now let's get into the 10 things I've always wondered about this film. Number one, was Mia's clinginess the actual reason why her and her ex Daniel didn't work out? I mean, she's always involving the little brother Riley, even when it's kind of out of his element, which kind of pisses our friend Jade off. We see in the very beginning of the film and all the way through that Mia is always trying to push herself onto Jade's family, always trying to be involved, super clingy. Mia's super clingy to the point where Jade has to literally push her out of the room and shut the door to have a conversation on the phone. And it just seems like Mia's very overbearing and has a lot of baggage and a lot to deal with. So is her clinginess the real reason why things didn't work out with her and Daniel? Number two, after as many times as the teens decide to get possessed and every time they do, their head gets snatched back, do you think their neck hurts? Because that, just watching it, makes my neck hurt. Number three, when Riley first smashed his face on the table, why didn't anyone take the hand away? Like, I get they might have been in shock, but this whole thing pretty much could have been, the whole thing with him in the hospital could have been avoided if they would have just, after the first time he smashed his face, they took the hand out of his hand. Or, I mean, they could have pulled the chair back so he laid on the ground. There's so many things that they could have done to prevent, if they would just acted quickly to prevent like the serious damage that happened to him. Number four, whose fault was Riley's face injuries? Was it Mia's because she was there and she allowed it? Or was it Jade's because that's her little brother and she was the one that was mainly opposed to the whole Riley getting possessed thing? I think that it's Jade's fault because one, that's her little brother, that's her direct responsibility. Two, it's her house, so she should have been watching her guests, especially doing something as shady as that. And three, Mia is always siding with Riley. She's always letting him do things. And the whole reason why Riley even got to come to the party was because of Mia. So why would you leave your little brother in a room full of irresponsible people knowing that he wants to do it? I really blame Jade for this. But of course, she's not going to take accountability. Five, I found this scene very weird, but why was Riley's mom and sister washing him when he was in the hospital? Isn't that a nurse's job? Like, I don't understand. I mean, I guess maybe the sentimental value or just feeling like you need to help, but I want to just let the nurses do it. And plus, I mean, the mom's probably tired. The mom still has to work. She still has to provide. I think she's a single mother. So I'm like, why did the nurses wash Riley? I found that scene weird. Number six, if Cole, who's the brother of the opening scene where the hand went crazy and caused, Cole's brother to stab somebody, if he knew the full power of the hand and that things could go so wrong, why did he pass it on to his friends? He should have just, why didn't he just bury it or burn it? Never understood that. That was the very stupid move. He could have broke it. He could have burned it. He could have hit it. There's so many things. If I knew the true extent and how that ruined my brother's life, I wouldn't want anybody nowhere near it. You know. Number seven. Do you think there's an underground market for being able to connect with the dead when it comes to the hand? I mean, people pay tarot readers that are just reading cards. So imagine like someone being able to charge per minute to, touch the hand and, talk to the dead. I mean, they were doing that in Baghead. Shout outs to Baghead, by the way, super underrated movie. But they were doing that at Baghead. Do you think there's a market for this? Number eight. Considering the spirits are trapped in suffering when it comes to the hand, what is their true end game? You know, has anybody ever thought of that? Like, what do the spirits gain from possessing people and talking through them? You know, me personally, I think they harbor a darker agenda. I think that their goal is to take full power over the person that they are, possessing, to be able to be in the real world again, instead of, being in purgatory or wherever that dark space is. But what do you think their true agenda is, or is there one at all? Number 9, and they kind of scratched the surface of this theory in the film. You know, everybody has two hands, and they say there's that rumor that, like, it's a person that sold their soul to the devil's hand, or it's like a psychic medium or whatever. But where's the other hand? And wouldn't it be interesting if the other hand's power were the opposite of the hand that we have in Talk to Me? In Talk to Me, the hand brings the spirit to you. But what if the other hand that's out there brings you to the spirit world? And what if that's what they needed to get Riley back instead of the way they went? Imagine how powerful you would be if you had both of those, both of the hands, and they did both. You know, one brought you to the spirit, one brought spirit world to you, and one brought you to the spirit world. Number 10, what is the true nature of Mia's mother's spirit? Was that actually her mother? And was her father actually lying about what happened? Was that the spirit just bringing chaos and deception? Me personally, I think it was the spirit lying. I don't think that was her mother. I think her dad was telling the truth, because her dad was so loving of her and just wanted the best for her, or so it seemed. But yeah, I've always wondered that. Was that actually her mother? Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. So yeah, those are the 10 things that I've wondered about Talk to Me. I did have an interesting thought. Isn't it interesting how Talk to Me is about a daughter who's grieving for her mother, and Bring Her Back, written by the same people, is about a mother that's grieving for her daughter? Y'all let me know if y'all had any thoughts about this film, and y'all let me know if y'all would like a review of Talk to Me. I'll see y'all on the next one. Stay safe and stay spooky.